to lose it all. I will stand a chance. And I don't wanna fake it. What if I can't walk away? Got me saying away. Hoping I don't make the same mistake. Unresolved, maybe it's madness. I'm begging you, please pick up the call. You're causing me damage. I should've known, wasn't your fault. Don't even matter. I wasn't thinking clear, trying to take it there. Scared to lose it all. I won't stand a chance, and I don't wanna fake it. What if I can't walk away? You got me standing in the rain, hoping I don't make the same mistake.
Hand out, she holds. It's feeling like we've been here before. We're both so broke. That's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow. We can't keep falling deeper again. Came too close and the taste so far from pure. A rush of blood, but we search for so much more. We've all been here before. We've all been here before. We've all been here before.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Sorry for the technical difficulties there. We do seem to be all set and ready to go, however, for this first map, right? We have Oasis, we have Control. We've talked thoroughly about every single member on our roster. What do you expect to come through here for the team composition here, Kip?
If I had to guess, I would want to probably see maybe Ranger on the Ramatra, maybe TinyShiny on potentially the Tracer. I do believe we do see Flames in the starting roster, so we might be seeing most likely the Reaper or maybe the Ash for extra poke. And for the supports, we already know they're going to be Cherry and Clabiella. So I imagine it'd be probably Clabiella on Brig and Cherry on the Juno.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, right? I think that is exactly what we might be seeing here. The only thing that I think could be flip-floppy is the Reaper pick, right? Because we know hit scans are so strong right now, especially Ash as a hero as a whole, right, is just really good. And then you can make it a 6v5 if you call Bob out of left field, right? And he just starts mowing people down. I mean, that is definitely a nice ultimate to have, especially in these scrappy, brawly kind of scenarios that you will find yourself in on this map that is Oasis. But we're going through our little fly through. This is the first point that we often find ourselves in. There's that lower point, and then up top is where the capture point actually is located on. And we're getting a little bit of a sneak peek here on our sides on what the compositions might be looking like, and we're pretty dang close, right? I mean, we see Clabiella on the Brig, Cherry on the Juno. The only thing that's different here is what Rain Dreamer is piloting right now.
Yes, and very surprisingly, going Sigma here. That's a pick I never would have expected coming from Rain Dreamer here. I never would have expected Sigma to be the pick here on this map, but we'll have to see how that goes as they're going against Mr. Serious on the Cassidy, Quits on the Genji, 49 on the Orisa, Papine on the Brig, and Subaru Fear, if I'm saying that correctly, on Juno.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it's going to look like, but Mr. Serious already dropping down 2 members of SU, Rain Dreamer and TinyShiny, falling flames, trying to get active, but Mr. Serious will end that push with a 3-piece of their own. SU forced to back up, find the reset, and now try to go back on another contest here. First cap going to Stevenson.
Right, and Mr. Serious just so right off the bat showing it's just amazing like precision with his aiming. All the I believe 4 kills they got in have all been through headshots. So just amazing precision from Mr. Serious so far in this map 1.
Yeah, I like the aggression coming through. It does look like the nameplates might be swapped. Stevenson is in the blue, SU is in the red for any confusion. SU does not have control of the point as they are now trying to retake it. Rain Dreamer stepping up, trying to get aggressive, but the javelin will land pushed back. TinyShiny trying to poke the bear that is Mr. Serious, but won't be able to find anything with that one just yet. Goes in yet again, finds herself at 65 HP, but barely able to stay alive. I mean, this Cassidy is running for the hills right now. TinyShiny will not let them breathe.
Right, and the Cassie's he's one of those DPSs that has like an abnormally kind of large health pool compared to some other DPSs. You see like Tracer, who has just a small health pool, and then Cassie, I believe, has about maybe double that.
Yeah, that's an orbital ray as well coming through from Root Beer. The extra healing, the extra damage coming through means that SU can do nothing but die. They have yet another reset, 80% and rising on point number 1 here for Stevenson. SU, this might be their last touch. TinyShiny swapping over to the Mei. Maybe that is what they need. That will be the difference maker. And now Flames with the ultimate. Everyone on SU will practically have their ultimate up and available. TinyShiny goes into the Ice Cube to try to stay alive. The Deadeye up and available for Serious as well, but quits. The Dragon Blade popped. 3 members already down on the side of SU as overtime ticks to an end. A clean 100 to 0% in favor of Stevenson.
Wow, and yeah, Ben, just again, Mr. Serious just showing just the dominance and his precision. And we did see a bit of an ult advantage in that final fight there. I believe we only saw a few ults coming out from Shenandoah on the last one. I believe it's actually only Flames that got to pop the Bob there. Yeah. Though, unfortunately for Shenandoah, it did not do them any favors, as Rain Dreamer and Clabiella could not get those last ults in time. But who knows how impactful those would have been. Yeah,
I mean, all of those ultimates were about, what, 5%, 5 seconds away from being up and available. Flames, the only one able to get Bob out and active in time. But, I mean, Stevenson, they did not lose a single scrappy fight in that entire point, right? They won, well, I guess it was about 4 fights in a row. SU unable to get any footing. We see a swap coming through as well. Flames now on this Cassie, Rain Dreamer as well on this Orisa. And now, as we look over to the Stevenson side, we're off of the Orisa. We're now on to this newly buffed Ramatra.
Right. And I want to know what 49's thought process was going into Ramacha here, because maybe they were expecting Ranger to stick with the Sigma, maybe punch through those the grass like suction thing that Sigma has to give him more temporary health, and punching through those shields. I don't know, maybe some sort of like potential read going on with the counter picking here, but I'll have to see how that goes as Ranger trying to chase down 49 here, missing the javelin on the high ground, hitting that might have been pretty impactful for Shenandoah, as could boot him off the high ground or potentially off the map on where it goes.
49 dropping down as well, will go down, however Ranger able to find that one. Cherry as well, the 1v1 for the Junos goes in favor of SU, and now it's TinyShiny chasing down Mr. Serious, the melee to finish the job. SU finally getting their first team fight win, and a 30% ticking cap thus far in favor of the Hornets as well.
Yeah, and it looks like this round is going back and forth, Ben. You know, like round one of this map, Stevenson just started winning the first round, and they just kind of snowballed from there. And Shenandoah, almost all of their team members have all of their ults. Maybe we'll get to see all those get popped out and potentially get the snowball rolling even further.
Yeah, Flames going up high, has the Deadeye up and available, won't opt to pop it just yet. TinyShiny was able to find one with the Pulse Bomb on the backside. Mr. Serious dropping yet again. Cherry as well with the Orbital Ray getting popped. But on the side of Stevenson, we have Orbital Ray. We almost have ultimates coming in across the board. It's going to be the Orbital Ray, the Death Blade, or the Dragon Blade, excuse me, not coming out just yet from Quits, but Ranger getting so low. The rally from Clabiella won't be able to find any purchase, and now it's Mr. Serious and the rest of Stevenson pushing forwards. A three-piece Root Beer taking the fourth, and now a swapped point in favor of Stevenson.
Yeah, what an amazing bob from Mr. Serious there. They, you know, maybe about 3 of Shenandoah's players were about lined up on the point perfectly to set up the Bob combo. Because, you know, when you send in Bob for the straight line that he walks in, he like throws up any enemies that he come across, and that sends you the job as, oh my goodness, pushing with the Annihilation on the high ground, dropping 2 already. Cherry and Flames going down to Quits, and there goes the tank.
I mean, yeah, that was just 49 just taking complete control of the fight, right? He saw an angle, saw that Flames was caught out, and Flames was the first to drop, and then that was the go button, right? The Ramacha was in that Annihilation, like you said, and there's not much you can really do when there is a rampaging mech/robot hero in your backline, right? Ranger and Flames, however, still do have their ultimates up and available. The Deadeye getting saved for a peak moment. The Terror Surge as well up and available for Ranger. We'll use it up top, but won't be able to find anybody on the side of Stevenson. But Flames, the Deadeye, able to find 49. May able to find TinyShiny in the meantime. It's going to be tank for DPS trade. I'd say that favors SU if they can find these kills, if they can find these low health bars. But no, Quits able to find the deflect. Flames will go down, and now it's all up to the rest of SU. Ranger getting so unbelievably low. Quits trying to find that final kill, but it's going to be the spear spin to force them off of Ranger. Cherry will also fall. Clabiella as well. I mean, Stevenson, the DPSs are playing out of their mind, and the Dragon Blade is still up and available.
Yeah, and I really thought the interaction between Quits and Ranger was really interesting. You know, as we approach overtime, let's see, Ranger touching, gonna get that last touch. Quits popping the, oh my goodness! TinyShiny getting the stick, but it doesn't matter as Quits, 49 swapping the ball, and Root Beer taking this map 1.
Yeah, I mean, that was just all Quits, right? The Dragon Blade coming out, able to find 2 immediate kills. It's going to be a clean 2-0 there in favor of Stevenson on map number 1, taking a 1-0 lead in the series. But still, a lot of good stuff coming through from SU, right? I do, however, want to see this Ramacha come through, right? We saw the Sigma did not work, right? They were not able to find anything positive with that tank coming through. But then we had the Orisa, which did have some positivity come through with that composition. Flames as well on this Cassidy looking very, very well. But maybe this Ramattra is what they need to go with.
Yeah, as we saw with those more, something we can gather from Ranger as a player is that she's more comfortable with these kind of brawly-like tanks. Because Sigma, not really a brawly tank by any means, definitely fits more of a poking kind of play style. And once she was able to swap to that Orisa, a character who is much more proficient at brawling, showing some signs of life as she was able to better create the space between her and her team, keeping the rest of her team safe from, the thorns in their sides, like the Genji from the quits, just trying to just poke at them, just try to take them out.
Yeah, and props to Stevenson as well. Mr. Serious in particular, playing quite serious, right? Looking very, very good. I mean, we couldn't find a response to that. What was it? I believe it was the Ashe that the Mr. Serious was playing in that second game. I think it was the Cassidy in that first map, or that first point rather, as well. So these hit scans coming through in full force right now for Stevenson, and maybe that's the response that SU looks for. Maybe it's a sub in. Maybe we see Protein Shake come in on that Widowmaker, on the Ashe to try to match, try to win that 1v1 long-range hit scan duel. Or maybe we see Flames back on that Cassidy, or possibly the Ashe instead.
Yeah, that's a good point to bring up, Ben. I feel like for this, so far we've seen from this series is that DPS seems to be the name of the game. Just amazing synergy between Quits and Mr. Serious. And the interesting thing is that Shenandoah very flexible in their DPSs. We have about 4 DPS players to use.
Yeah.
So what they have in the synergy, Shenandoah has a bunch of flexibility and just being able to fit any 2 players to fit any situation.
Yeah, and I know in the past we've determined that based on the map, so maybe if this next map is favorable for Flames, for TinyShiny, they might just stick with this exact same roster, right? We know that the supports aren't going to change. We know that Ranger is not going to be subbed out. That is the 3 staples, right?
Yeah.
We know that they are not going anywhere. Now it's just up to the head coach, B3N, Ben, to determine whether or not he wants to put in Protein Shake to see if they can really find that contest. And if they do, if they can really snowball off of that momentum, off of that 5v4, and take this next map.
Right, that is something to bring up. Really good point there, Ben. Just Protein Shake, kind of a snowball kind of player with especially with that Widowmaker. It's just you see a lot of clips of him just getting pick after pick after pick, and it just kind of snowballs when. Usually, when you see Protein Shake get a pick off of that with that Widow, it's unlikely that you don't see another one follow a few seconds after.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely kind of one of those players, right, that, especially with the hit scan role, that when you're just on, you're on, right? So I'd expect to see possibly a swap. Well, not really expect, but I could foresee a swap coming through with Protein Shake coming in. I believe we do have our second map as well. It's going to be, I believe it was Escort on Havana. Yeah. So that is the next map that we will be coming to you guys with. What do we think of this one, Kip?
This might be a good opportunity to bring in Protein Shake here, because even with the recent map changes on this map around the starting point, once you leave the spawn rooms, there used to be just a very open area and the high ground area by the first point. Widow's Paradise. There was just a big open area, big choke point for the Widow just to pick heads, and I believe that's been changed. I think there was they closed some of the gaps on the high ground, and they added a bit of a banner on the top around that choke point area. So we'll have to see how that goes, because I do believe we are subbing in Protein Shake and OnionMan for the side of Shenandoah. So it's like what I was saying before, Ben. Shenandoah just has that flexibility in their DPS players. Like I said, we went from Flames and I believe TinyShiny to Protein Shake and OnionMan to very more like flex-based players, while OnionMan very proficient in that May, just loves going for those walls, those very crucial blizzards on the point. Just an extremely versatile player.
Yeah, I mean, OnionMan is definitely known for the Mei, right? I mean, the wall traps that they try to set up, and often set up successfully a lot of the time, does wonders, right? If you're able to pin and separate one player from the rest of the team, all of the healing, all of the damage gone, you're very likely to get at least that one initial kill in the team fights, right?
Right.
Whether it's usually the tank that gets picked off, so sometimes it is a little bit harder to really get that player down and out of that fight. But at least you have a little bit of chip damage to work with, right? You can use a lot of that momentum to then continue your forward push because the tank is low, right? It needs to try to get a lot of that healing, and if they aren't able to do so, and you have a healer maybe picked off by this Widow, by this Ashe, right? Then that does a lot of damage in the team fights.
Yeah, and that's something very interesting about what makes Mei so good at just picking off one, like just choosing one enemy. Be like, I want you to go down. I want my team to just target you while this wall is up, because something very important about supports is that they have to aim. They have to be at least looking at your ally to be able to heal them. And when there's a big Mei wall in the way, it's almost impossible to get that off without moving the wall, without destroying the wall, or depending on how the map is, I guess, built and where the Mei wall is placed. Maybe the tank could potentially move around, but that brings up to the other thing in this confusing formula is just the Mei's primary fire. It's just slow, very annoying to escape once you actually get caught in that trap. So even if you have the sustainability, it's hard to get out.
Yeah, I mean, and then another thing about Mei, let's keep talking about Mei, right?
Yeah.
The Blizzard does so much work in a team fight, right? If you get a good Blizzard, you pretty much win the fight, right? It's very hard to come back, especially if it catches one of the main DPSs. If it catches an Ashe, if it catches maybe a Brig, one of the supports on the opposite side, you're done, right? You can't really do a whole lot to come back with that one. And if you survive through the Blizzard, you're going to be extremely low at the end of it, right? Because maybe they're not able to finish you off while you're frozen, but they're probably going to finish you off closely after, right? Because we're just laying damage into your character. So I like the swaps coming through, especially on this escort kind of map that we will be going into on Havana. Because, I mean, the walls just provide a lot of opportunity, especially cutting off some of these higher angles that these DPSs are going to be looking for, specifically the hit scans. If they can't see through the wall, they won't be able to shoot you.
Right, and something I want to bring up about Mei's Blizzard is just the weapon. She kind of weaponizes the timer in a sense, because let's say you're on third point and you're about to go into overtime and you're about to reach third point on the attacking side. The defending Mei could just throw a Blizzard on the point and almost just win the fight guaranteed. Yeah. So just using that, forcing the enemy team to just go onto those onto the point when when the timer is ticking down, it's so terrifying to deal with.
Yeah, it does look like it's going to be SU starting on the attacking side as we still go through this fly through here. If you're just joining us, Stevenson took map number 1 on Oasis, that control map, a 2-0, very commanding coming through from Stevenson, finding themselves in a 1-0 lead over SU here. And SU trying to bounce back a little bit. We see the swaps coming through. We see OnionMan on, Genji. Never mind, that's a little bit of a pace change coming through from OnionMan. And then we have Protein Shake as well in for this SU roster on the tried, the true Widowmaker.
All right, and it's really funny to think about. OnionMan just very proficient in the Mei, and we were talking so much about Mei, we completely forgot to mention OnionMan's Genji.
Yeah. I mean, it's a strong choice, right? Especially if you can deflect one of Mr. Serious's fully charged shots, right? Because that'll do a lot of damage to you, too, if it gets deflected at the perfect time. We can already see Serious and Protein Shake trying to find each other in the middle of the opposing teams. OnionMan trying to get some poke as well. You can see the power of the Widowmaker almost decimating OnionMan through that scope, but not able to find the finishing blow just yet. It's going to be the range game thus far. Rangemer as well, piloting yet again that Sigma. Clabiella finding one, piloting the Zenyatta as well. The Orisa dropping. 49 already down. And now you can see Protein Shake advancing forwards in this high ground, trying to find these angles to secure these picks.
Right, and that's a hero I haven't seen that we haven't really seen at all from Clabiella, the Zenyatta. That's certainly, oh my goodness, amazing pick from OnionMan, unfortunately dropping to Mr. Serious, but Protein Shake firing back with his headshot of his own, and Clabiella taking out quits on the Mei. This Zenyatta pick coming from Clabiella seems to be putting in the work, whereas none of us really expected Clabiella to be pulling out the Zenyatta on a map like this, but the poke comp they seem to be going for seems to be doing wonders.
Yeah, I did not know that Clabiella really played Zenyatta, right? I mean, this is a pleasant surprise. It looks to be working extremely well as Cherry finds herself with a double kill. Rangemer as well, finding Legend on that backside as well. Already the first point achieved on this Escort map. We have the Nano up and available for Cherry as well. We'll have to see where that one gets used. And then 49 swapping off of the Orisa back onto this Ramatra, trying to get some momentum back in the favor of Stevenson. Will go purple, won't go down, however, fortifies themselves, stays alive just barely. Rangemer now trying to push the agenda, trying to get aggressive, soaking up all of this damage, but Rangemer getting dangerously low, but the healing coming through is so good, but the Blizzard from Quits is even better. So many people going down, but look, I mean, Clabiella keeps everybody alive with an ultimate of her own. Now it's Stevenson. 3 members falling. 49 will finally go down. Protein Shake able to find that one. Clabiella, the savior of that fight, keeping all of SU alive.
Yeah, incredible awareness of Clabiella there. Popping the Transcendence to save Rangemer there. Just amazing awareness all around. Which unfortunately couldn't save everyone else in their team, but that's something you had to recognize as a support. Especially with mediocre heals like Zenyatta without the Transcendence ultimate. You have to like sit down and like, oh my goodness, amazing pick with Protein Shake. As I was saying, you have to realize that sometimes you can't save everyone. Sometimes some of your teammates are going to go down, just like 49 taken out too with the Annihilation.
Yeah, Annihilation coming through, the Orbital Ray as well coming through from Rootbeer. SU just kind of got wiped, right? That did a whole lot of damage very, very fast. SU, not much you can do about that one, but look at how close they are to this second point, right? They still have 3 minutes, almost just under 3 minutes to get to that second point and increase that timer. We see Mr. Serious as well now off of the Widowmaker onto this Tracer, but Protein Shake again with the kill, and now OnionMan, the Dragon Blade coming out. Protein Shake finding another one. Legend. Oh my gosh, almost finding another. Juno. Rootbeer just barely able to escape. I mean, the pressure that SU have thus far. Protein Shake is just wreaking havoc on Stevenson.
Yeah, and Protein Shake, just incredible proficiency in his aim, just true patience of a DPS player. Just don't aim for where they are, aim for where they're going. That's exactly what Protein Shake aims for, and it works wonders. That's how he's getting those incredible picks on Quits, which, oh my goodness. Like, just like that, gets an incredible flick. Contrary to what I was just saying about patience, incredible just awareness and mechanical skill in general from Protein Shake.
Now this is the swap that 49 had to do, right? This is what we've seen Protein Shake struggle with in the past. Staying alive against these dive compositions, specifically against this Winston. 49 has a tall task ahead of him if they want to pull this one out and come up with a huge stand here at this third point, but we can already see Protein Shake recognizing that the Widow might not be the answer into this Winston. It's going to be the Cassidy instead, a smart swap coming through from SU.
Yeah, and I do like this Cassidy pick from Protein Shake, potentially using the flashbang to limit the Winston's movement a bit with the flashbang, but Quits taking out 3, which is this amazing dive potential from Quits.
I mean, yeah, Quits finding 3, and that one a full team kill in favor of Stevenson. Still a whole lot of time on the clock for SU to find this full cap. But I mean, Stevenson, they have the Dragon Blade, they have the Nano up and available. The Rampage about 25 seconds away, 25% away for 49, and then Rupier is about to have that Orbital Ray, will have that Orbital Ray up and available. But as you see on the side of SU, we have the Transcendence getting popped, trying to keep everybody alive on the side of SU. Will be able to do so, and it's going to be the Rangemer ultimate as well, slamming people back down into the ground. The Nano up and available, won't be used just yet. Protein Shake able to find one, but now it's Quits' turn to use the blade. Swinging through the back line of SU goes Quits. I mean, that's just great patience coming through from Stevenson, waiting out some of these ultimates and then using their own to re-engage onto SU.
Yeah, I really do like the idea of nanoing Rupier on Juno. Great recognition from Legend that to win this fight, you really need to keep your support alive. And, you know, on the outsider's perspective, it might seem a little weird to nano your support teammate. Usually you want to nano your DPS or your tank, but with the increased damage reduction that you get from nano and the big shot of health from it, you can really keep your support alive. But when there's a big Genji with his blade getting juggled by the Winston, it is hard to keep him alive. But just as I say that, Cherry, amazing awareness, trying to keep OnionMan alive as he was the prime target from 49.
Yeah, Cherry as well, swapping off of that Ana now onto this Juno as well. Protein Shake does have the Deadeye up and available. If they're able to find the backline with that one, that will do wonders. 49 jumping in, going extremely low. The Deadeye finds one, but Quits with the deflect will find the response. Clabiella finding the Tracer as well. Quits forced to back away, back over towards their spawn, and now the hunt is on OnionMan, trying to get in the faces of Stevenson, but maybe a little too much in the face of Stevenson when OnionMan, as he will fall. The rally getting popped from Clabiella as well. They're trying to push them off of this point, and this Ranger, the Annihilation coming through. The Juno Rootbeer just barely still alive, trying to find this backline support. Protein Shake able to find Mr. Sirius as well, but now the Orbital Ray, the Nano is up and available for Legend as well. 49 swapping to the JQ, won't be able to find the approach that they were looking for. Ranger was still battling through everyone on the side of SU. Cherry finds two, and now it looks like it's going to be the full cap in favor of the Hornets.
Yeah, and just such amazing sustainability from Ranger. They're staying alive through the help of her supports and just building up that ult charge with the Ramattra. And that's something that I forget to think about sometimes, that Ramattra is such a scary character in a situation like that when you are preaching overtime on the final point, where when you have Annihilation and Ultimate, that just frankly, it brings a weird 50-50 situation where once he pops out ultimate, you either want to kite it, you run away, or you just try to shred Ramattra and try to fight him. But when you do fight him, the timer of the Annihilation slows down once he takes damage. But since you have time by your side, you're kind of forced to take that fight with Ramattra, which is definitely something that is less than ideal. But when you're in a situation like that, you have to go for it.
Yeah, I mean, very well played on the side of SU, swapping off of the Sigma onto that Ramattra. Frankly, I think won them the rest of that push, got them that full 3 cap. They now find themselves on the defensive side of things, still running pretty much the exact same comp, right? We have Protein Shake off of the Cassidy, however, on to this Ashe. And on the side of Stevenson, pretty much the same thing. Rupier, however, will be running this BAP 49 now on the Sigma as well. A little bit of a different approach coming through from the Stevenson squad.
Yeah, and maybe the approach for Rupier here is to maybe go for those more, maybe go for the, because the increased utility that Baptiste brings to his team, maybe the Immortality field, keeping a potential teammate alive from like potential Widow picks. Maybe they were expecting Protein Shake to stay with the Widow, knowing how well that went for him, as Widow on defense on this point is very strong. But maybe the Protein Shake opting to go for the Ashe instead, maybe for more consistent damage and just the utility with the Dynamite.
Rupert able to find Protein Shake in that back line. The hit scan is gone. Now Legend pushing forwards, just keeping people healed up on the side of Stevenson. Mr. Serious finding Clabiella as well. OnionMan getting dangerously low. Cherry will fall now. I mean, Legend finding all sorts of angles on this Ana. Quits as well, finishing off OnionMan in the end. It's going to be a very quick first point in favor of Stevenson here. But no fret, Protein Shake is back on the Widowmaker.
Yeah, and this is what I believe Root Beer was afraid of. Just the... I believe Root Beer was one of the many victims of Protein Shake's amazing patience through the use of his Widowmaker. And I do like the idea of Clabiella using Brig's shield as a way of protecting Protein Shake from Mr. Sirius's Widow. Brig, her entire playstyle revolves around being around a bodyguard to one of your teammates, whether it be the other support or one of your more poke style kind of DPSs.
Mr. Sirius able to win the Widow 1v1. Protein Shake goes down. OnionMan trying to stay alive, but Legend were able to finish that one off. Range Humor in the face of the Sigma. The window gets dropped, and now it's quits. The rest of Stevenson able to clean house. Protein Shake, the last one left alive, but that's just because he died earlier in the fight. Pretty much an entire full team kill in favor of Stevenson, and still many. Protein Shake answers back. We're 1-1 on the Widow counter. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's just keep it coming, right? Protein Shake, keep producing all of these clips for yourself, because man, I love to watch it.
That's what I'm saying. Protein Shake just a clip fiend, and there's something really interesting about these Widow duels, just popping the walls from Mr. Serious. So you're where you are on the map can't be safe. Oh my goodness, as Mr. Sears and 49 was ready for that potential jump shot from Protein Shake, but the Graphitic Flux killing about maybe about just one in the fight. Just a good use of the Sigma Slam to take out the rest of the team.
Yeah, Cherry using the Orbital Ray as well, unable to find anything of value with that one. Protein Shake now off of the hit scan, piloting the Tracer now for Protein Shake. Maybe they need to try to get around to Mr. Serious on this Widowmaker, trying to find a Pulse Bomb or something onto this backline. Rangermer gets stunned with the boulder, but will be able to stay alive, backing up Root Beer's Lantern, getting destroyed as well. Mr. Serious getting dangerously low, but quits, keeping the rest of SU at bay. No one falling on either side just yet. The Dragon Blade up and available will be drawn. Now dashing through the team goes Quist, but they haven't been able to find any of the kills thus far. The deflect coming through. A great job from SU to stall that one out, but two members already falling. Protein Shake and OnionMan went down as everyone was distracted by Quits, and now it's 49 pushing forwards. The charge coming through. The Nano from Legend as well cleans up the fight.
Yeah, and I feel like for this this particular map in specific, it's all about those ult combos. We see a lot of the Nano Blades, and when Genji has Blade and his Nano, he just turns into a raid boss. Everyone's attention just kind of turns to him, and it's either you take him out or you just let him run through your entire team.
The window up and available for Rupier as well. Can do so much damage. It might just be a BAP window. It will be. Protein Shake goes down, and now so much damage coming through from this flex support. The Lantern down as well. SU cannot get to the point. 4 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in favor of Stevenson here as we now go to 2 final pushes.
Yeah, and I really like that solo use of the window there from Root Beer. Just as soon as they popped it, just killing Protein Shake in those 2 shots, 2 quick headshots, just swiftly taking him out, and having that added pressure as the rest of the Shenandoah walking out of the spawn room has to deal with that Bastion with the increased damage of the window.
Yeah, I mean, Rupier played that extremely well, able to loop around, find that angle, and then immediately eliminate Protein Shake on that back line. That massive damage dealer off the board early. meant that SU, they couldn't find the picks, they couldn't find that damage, and then were forced off of that final point. Stevenson, a very commanding full cap, has 4 minutes and 12 seconds on their push to go as far as humanly possible, whereas on the side of SU, who will be starting off this overtime madness, only have a minute to push as far as humanly possible, plus any impending overtimes.
Right, and that is something interesting to bring up. And when you're in this overtime, there is no extra time once you I believe once you cap the first point,
Yeah.
you don't get any extra overtime, any extra time added. So you're forever stuck in that overtime for the rest of that round. So it's very scary because basically once you lose a fight, that's it for the round. And now you're back to defending.
Ranger back on the Sigma Clabiella on the Zenyatta, as well Cherry piloting the Ana, and it's going to be Protein Shake's Widow up and available as well, trying to find this backline Clabiella. However, it will fall. Genji quits, able to find that one. The lamp did go down by Rupier, will be removed thoroughly by OnionMan, but still getting very low. The Tracer goes down. Mr. Furious, Protein Shake able to find that one. The deflect coming through as well. Protein Shake will fall as a response. 49 able to find that one, but still so much aggression coming through. They need to keep this touch up, as now the full minute has expired. If they get pushed off of this point, that overtime is going to go down oh so fast. No one on the side of SU can frankly die here in this situation if they want to keep this push going. The Rock nailing OnionMan. OnionMan will go down. 49 able to find that kill as a response, but Clabiella trying to keep people alive, trying to provide damage, but will go down as well. Protein Shake answering back. Rupier going down, quits, finding the response. However, the Genji in their backside, the sleep will come through as well on to Mr. Serious, but they won't be able to find the kills. Everyone dying on the side of SU. The staggered respawns means that, 4 minutes, 12 seconds, not a whole lot of ground to cover for Stevenson.
Yeah, if you're Stevenson here, I would feel very very comfortable in this situation. You have so much more time to really take your time and win those crucial fights. Where I guess in this case, you only need to win like one crucial fight. But that is something I wanted to bring up for when they were defending on the overtime. They just wouldn't budge. They were just playing so well at sustaining their whole team, and not many players went down during those fights.
Yeah, great stuff coming through from Stevenson. Now, I don't know if this is real or not, but we do have a Doomfist sitting in the attacker spawn. I don't know if this is just a dive coming through. Okay. We see smiles all around. Look at SU's comp for me, Kip.
Wow. So, Protein Shake on the Symmetra, Clavier on the Mercy, Cherry swapping to the Baptiste, OnionMan swapping to, the trademark May, Ranger going back to the Orisa. Just an entire swap here. And 49 swapping to Malga. No, never mind. Swapping to Zari. What am I looking at here, Ben?
Frankly, I don't know. I don't really know what this is going to be. We have Ranger on the Orisa getting melted right now, going down. Mr. Serious, the Cassidy able to find that one. It's going to be a Reinhardt charge, but the wall saves lives for OnionMan. 49 able to find, or 49, excuse me, able to find Clabiella as well. Protein Shake going down. The charge coming through as well. Not much SU can do in this situation. It looks like Stevenson is just going to march right on down to the corner and find this very quick win here, unless Ranger has anything to say about it. Gets slept, gets the beautiful shade of purple, a very nice color, goes down pretty much immediately. The revive coming through, not able to be completed. A clean point take for Stevenson.
Yeah, and I do believe it is one of those fights where there's not a whole lot you can do. Just despite all of this, most of Shenandoah just laughing it off. Claviella acting very cozy with with the Buzzy plush there. We heard it in the back of the arena. The whole team just kind of laughing it off. Maybe a little bit of a silly competition they had going on there with the Symmetra from Protein Shake, which I was even aware that he had another character that was kind of deep pockets, and Clabiella with the Mercy, a bit of an interesting pick.
Yeah, the Mercy got demolished.
Yeah,
right. They
no
did not
sugarcoating it.
survive for long, right? They they did not last long in that one. But, I mean, hey, it's good to see the squad in high spirits, right, as Stevenson take a commanding 2-0 grasp on this first to 3 series that we have for you guys tonight. This could possibly be the final map coming up. Do we expect to see any swaps in the roster?
That's hard to say because I feel like it would really depend on what the map of choice is. And from what we've seen on this series so far is that we are not very used to seeing these kinds of different maps. Like you said, on Control, we usually like to see the Legion Tower, but we went on to the Oasis as well. And I do believe on X Court we do like to see the King's Row.
Yeah.
And just like what we saw, we went on Havana instead.
Yeah, I mean, we will have to see where this one goes. I know the teams are going to be taking a quick break, and we are going to do the exact same thing. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break for you folks. Grab some popcorn, grab some water, relax, rub your eyes, right? I know it's tough to look at a screen for so long, but we will be right back very shortly.
Hand out, she holds. It's feeling like we've been here before. We're both so broke. That's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow. We can't keep falling deeper again. Came too close and the taste so far from pure. A rush of blood, but we search for so much more. We've all been here before. We've all been here before.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Thank you for sticking around. We have possibly, at least one more map for you guys here. Stevenson has a commanding 2-0 lead over SU. Stevenson playing lights out, right? 49, playing extremely, extremely well. Mr. Serious as well as Quits playing lights out Overwatch thus far. SU struggling to keep up.
Yeah, and it's really hard to, guess how Shenandoah is supposed to be bouncing back from this situation. And especially, I do believe we are going to push now. So we will have to see what that map pick entails for us as we do get into this game 3. But we just need to wait for we're getting word that it is going to be Runasapi for this map pick for the push map.
Yeah, Runasapi will be the map that we go to. We'll see if there's any switches in the team that we pilot and put into this matchup. We know that push is one of those modes that SU has struggled with in the past. We've had some good looks and some good moments on some of these push maps, but oftentimes it doesn't go their way. We do just get word that we do have one swap coming through. TinyShiny is in. OnionMan will be out. I guess that means Flames will be out as well. Protein Shake will be remaining in on this hit scan for SU.
Right, I do kind of like that. I do like that composition for DPS here because Runasapi it's such a weird map in the way that it's built because it has this like really long chokes, which is perfect for a player like Protein Shake getting those big picks off with the Widow. But then there's also a lot of like flank routes, a bunch of little openings for a player like TinyShiny to go basically take advantage of with the Tracer or the Venture.
Yeah, I mean, this is TinyShiny's map, right? She plays very well on this map. A lot of positive flank angles can come through from this Tracer as well, so maybe that's something that we will see. We haven't seen the Venture just yet. I don't know if we will see it because the Tracer is just kind of TinyShiny's hero that just shines over anything else that she plays. TinyShiny shines. See what I did?
Yep.
Not intentional, but hey, we'll take it, right? Supports and tank, of course, staying the exact same. I like Protein Shake staying in here, though, because like you said, we have those long corridors. We have those long angles that Protein Shake can hold with this Widowmaker, with this Ashe. So I think this is a potential for a map number 4.
Yeah, and like you said, I do like the potential from this these DPS picks because Danielle Protein Shake showing a lot of promise with that Widowmaker on when we were in map 2 on the Havana, getting those picks out, just amazing patience, just waiting for the heads to line up perfectly into his crosshair, then pull the trigger, and winning some of those Widow duels as well, very important.
Yeah, and we'll have to see if this Widow does come out, what the response would be from Stevenson, right? Because we saw the response last series, right, on that escort, specifically on that last point of that 49's Winston coming through, right? Playing very, very well, locking down that backline that SU was developing with Protein Shake on that Widowmaker, on that Cassidy as well. So maybe if that does come through, maybe that's what Stevenson looks at again to go back towards this kind of dive brawl composition that they were able to succeed in for a short while. Well, not for a short while, for a long hold on that third point that SU had on their escort push. As we now go through a little bit of a fly through of Runasapi, SU trying to stay alive in map number 3.
Right, and I really want to say, but this is such a pretty map to go over. I really like the atmosphere. I do like how obviously this is I believe this is Alari's hometown. Just very beautiful. You can see he's very sun-based. I believe there are a lot of solar panels on the roofs, but just wanted to briefly bring up. I just think this map is very pretty. But we will be jumping into this map 3 very soon. Stevenson up 2-0 on Shenandoah, and like we said, it's going to be hard for Shenandoah to make it back on this. But I believe there will be some potential to bring us to a map 4 with these picks. And we do see Shenandoah, TinyShiny opting for the Venture this time around as Protein Shake goes for the Ana. Or the Ash, excuse me.
The Ash coming through indeed for Protein Shake. TinyShiny on that Venture, like you said. Range Humor back on the Ramatra. That's what I like to see coming through, right? We know this hero is super, super strong. We know Range Humor is very, very comfortable playing this character. And now we have Clabiella back on the Brig, Cherry on the Juno as well. I don't know if you guys can pick up what we just heard, but there was some kind of war cry rung out through the entire arena as SU left their spawn. And now, let's look on the side of Stevenson, right? 49 on the Orisa. Quits and Mr. Serious. We have the Genji standing strong. We have the Cassidy coming through. And then mirrored supports on the side of Stevenson as well. Very interested to see how this one goes their way. Already Quits, already with a kill. Mr. Serious finding Protein Shake as well. The DPSs will fall. And now Shenandoah back on the retreat. Range Humor will fall. The respawns will be staggered. Mr. Serious and Quits finding 2 and 3 respectively.
Right, and just funny that you bring that up, that sort of war core that we heard earlier. I believe that was Protein Shake. As you might be able to guess, Protein Shake seems to be the life of the party for Shenandoah's squad. He serves that bit of more of like an informal role in the team as more of a motivator with that high energy that he always tries to keep around his teammates. And I really like that in a teammate. I believe that is something that you do want in a teammate, just trying their best to keep the team motivated.
Range Humor swapping now over to the Orisa. Pretty much the exact same comps minus TinyShiny on the Venture, which is no longer alive. Mr. Serious able to find that one. The hit scan, Cassidy showing up, showing out thus far, dumping bullets into Range Humor as well. Quits able to finish the job there. The Deadeye now already up and available for Mr. Serious. This could mean some serious trouble for SU. 49 pushing forward. Protein Shake falling on the Cassidy as well, as now we see TinyShiny swap off of the Venture onto the Tracer.
Right, I do like this pick from TinyShiny. Venture, unfortunately, is not doing. I don't believe Venture is doing too great in this current meta, but Tracer is always a character you can always rely on. Tracer is always one of those characters where you can always kind of rely on her. She will always be at least pretty good in any sort of meta that you may pick. She's so consistent, such a constant threat. Oh my goodness, what an amazing combo as Mr. Serious gets 2 kills to the Deadeye as 49 uses the Terror Surge to pull them into the open area to get those kills.
Yeah, Mr. Serious, that Deadeye finding both supports, Clabiella and Cherry fall. Cherry using the Orbital Ray as well earlier in that fight to get that push going. But, man, on the side of Stevenson, that's something that you love to see. We saw the Terror Surge as well come out from 49, doing a lot of work to help set up that Deadeye to connect in full. Protein Shake still hanging on to their own Deadeye. TinyShiny getting dangerously low, but Root Beer instead. Ranger able to find that one. The Javelin barely goes wide as now they continue to push forward, trying to corner 49 on this Orisa, but spins out, goes into a tankier form, but 49 falls in the end. Too much damage, too much pressure coming through from SU.
Right, and as great of a character Orisa is, just so much crowd control, so many ways to keep herself alive, but when she has those cooldowns, she's basically a sitting duck, very susceptible to getting just shredded by the enemy team, like you just saw as 49 kind of got mowed down by Protein Shake with the Fan the Hammers as TinyShiny gets a pulse on Poppy Mate. Oh my, so many kills flying left and right. 49 so low, getting the kill from Clabiella. Amazing recognition on the positioning there, as for the first time in this game, in this map, Shenandoah is pushing the robot past the halfway point.
Yeah, I mean, TinyShiny doing a great job finding that flank, finding that pulse bomb onto the Brig. The healer was out of the way before the fight even started. Great stuff coming through from the SU Tracer player. But on the side of Stevenson, right, we saw Quits with the Dragon Blade coming through as well, doing work on their own. Mr. Sirius does have that Deadeye back up and available, but is getting chased down relentlessly by TinyShiny. The Javelin will finish the job onto Rupier as well. Ranger does have the Terror Surge up and available. Will be interesting to see if she pushes up by her lonesome to try to find a big ultimate, or if she will wait for her team. She will not wait for her team. Ooh. The spear will be dropped. 49 will fall. Mr. Sirius right after, and now Ranger pushes back to the backline of Stevenson. The Brig falling. Quits trying to do anything they can, but it's just going to be a full reset. SU doing a great job in that fight.
Shenandoah is showing some signs of life. Ranger just engaging the fight with that Terror Surge, pulling the entire team, was just enough to throw out Stevenson's position out of the loop, as Mr. Sirius gets that solo pick with the Deadeye on Ranger, but getting that pick is so huge, as Shenandoah doesn't have their tank, and you kind of need a tank to mostly deal with another tank. It's kind of just
it's a one for one. It's a requirement.
Exactly.
Right?
To deal with this, you need this, and when Shenandoah doesn't have that, it's going to be very hard for him to fight back, as Stevenson has control of the robot once again.
49 does have the Terror Surge up and available as well on the side of Stevenson. Quits getting aggressive, trying to get some poke damage down. TinyShiny with the flank. The Pulse Bomb finds one.
Amazing.
Brig already falls, but 49 will find the backline. Protein Shake will be answered in response. The Spear, the Javelin coming through. 49 pushing in. The Terror Surge coming down as well. Won't be able to find any kills, but a whole lot of damage will be found instead. Ranger finally going down. Rupier able to finish that one off. Quits already in that backline, finding that poke. A great push coming through from Stevenson, and now it's only about 50 meters left till the full cap comes true.
Right, and you know, as far as old management goes, Shenandoah does have Stevenson a little bit beat here, as Protein Shake pops the Deadeye, not quite getting the mark on a couple of these targets. But as I said, Stevenson already has both DPS ults ready to go, but they are pretty low, so it's a matter of time of whether or not they'll pop them.
Quits does have the Dragon Blade up and available as well. Mr. Sirius has the Deadeye as well. Two massive ultimates on the side of Stevenson are available. Range Dreamer about to tick over to that Terror Surge. Will have that one up and available. Mr. Serious quits, able to help finish the job. Protein Shake goes down. Clabiella is about to have that rally. Cherry is about to have that Orbital Ray as well. Crits did use that Dragon Blade, but wasn't able to find anything off of the back of it. Now we see Range Dreamer pushing in, going into the backline, but won't be able to find any damage on to Stevenson. Mr. Serious does go down. Protein Shake able to finish the job on that one after swapping over to the Widow Maker. Clabiella pops the rally, tries to keep everyone alive, but Cherry has already fallen. The Orbital Ray will not be used in this fight unless it's just going to be later if SU can stay alive, but quits, says no. Clabiella falls. TinyShiny trying to find this poke in the backline. Has the Pulse Bomb up and available, just came up, but I mean, you're a Tracer against so many members. You're not going to be able to do a whole lot with that one. Mr. Serious able to find the rat in the corner, finishes off the job, and now it's the Orbital Ray. Shenandoah trying to stay alive, but Range Dreamer, everyone on the side of Stevenson, still alive. No one falling just yet.
Yeah, and Protein Shake swapping to the Widow in this fight. Maybe a little bit of desperation coming from Shenandoah, trying to get those crucial picks on those DPSs that are giving them just a hard time. Ooh. As 49 gets the Terror Surge, not quite getting the ult though, not quite getting any kills, but Mr. Serious ready with the Deadeye. Is he going to pop it? Taking out Protein Shake with the help of Quits. That would be a perfect time to pop it as he flakes. How is he going to get?
Oh, no, man.
Clabiella. My goodness. Just such dominance from Mr. Serious as Range Dreamer finally puts an end to Mr. Serious's reign.
I mean, Mr. Serious, the Deadeye, able to find one. Clabiella switching over to the Kiriko, trying to keep people alive with some invulnerability, but it's hard. Rootbeer falls. TinyShiny able to find the one, and now it's the supports going in, finding damage. Now in full control of the robot is SU. They're pushing it across the map. Cherry able to finish off 49 on the Orisa. They stave off the full cap. 141 to 64, however, with 15 seconds left. This is going to have to be a miracle push from SU to stay alive.
Right, and Protein Shake, like I was saying, maybe more of a desperate pick, swapping to Soldier 76, maybe getting a little bit of versatility as Ranger gets a Terror Surge, destroying Rootbeer with it, but getting back control of the rollback. No C9 needed. Oh my goodness, TinyShiny. So many people are falling left and right. The tanks are down, but so are the supports on the side of Shenandoah. And unfortunately for Shenandoah, that will be it for this series as Stevenson takes it 3-0. But I will say, it was not a blowout in any means. Shenandoah is still showing some signs of life through each game.
Yeah, I mean, SU trying to stay on to that point. They found that early pick. That's going to be Cherry, the Juno, with play of the game. Let's see what happens in this one. Everyone, be quiet. Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
That's some good stuff coming through from Cherry there on the Juno. It is a 3-0 in favor of Stevenson. However, they remain undefeated in the group as SU will fall to 2 and 3. But it didn't feel like a 3-0. It felt fairly close, especially in those last two maps. SU were able to put up quite a fight.
Yeah, I really did like Shenandoah's adaptation there, and maybe abusing the fact that Stevenson kind of had a more static roster, not really swapping any players around throughout any maps.
Yeah.
Which, if you're on the side of Stevenson, I completely understand, because if this is working, why do we need to change it up? Just if it isn't broke, don't fix it. So if you're on the side of Shenandoah, you can also take advantage of maybe the play styles of those locked-in players and build around those DPS lines like we've seen before, with the constant swaps between like Protein Shake, OnionMan, back to TinyShiny, and Flames like we saw in that map 1.
Yeah, I mean, I love the versatility that this squad has, right? They look very, very good. Protein Shake had quite the game, right? Looked very, very good. The Widowmaker as strong as ever, right? Everyone on the side of SU playing very, very close, very competitive Overwatch here tonight. But Kip, that does it for us. that is the end of our stream for tonight. We will be having some more fun shenanigans later on next week. We have some Academy Rocket League on Monday, and I believe we have our TriCast yet again on Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. The TriCast, I guess our kind of 3 games at the same time cast, rather. There's only 2 of us on the desk, but man, there's a whole lot of gameplay to come your way. So don't go anywhere, and we will leave you with some replays.